Hello guys, my name is Pin and welcome to my channel. Today I want to remake this tank that's in front of me. And the reason for that is because it is covered by snails. There's a mix of bladder snails, ramhorn snails, and limpets. I use this tank primarily to grow out my heel shrimp loaches, as you can see that over here. And also have some white cloud minnow fries, along with some Amano shrimps and cherry shrimps. One more thing that I want to mention is I have a very healthy population of blackworms in here. It was unintentionally introduced. I purchased all these plants from my local fish shop. They must have some in their tanks. And when I got home and replanted these in my tank, the population just took off. So, they are actually really healthy for a ecosystem like this. So my goal is to keep some of them alive into the new design and get rid of all these other stones and snails that I have in this tank currently. So yeah, let's get this project started. Okay guys, here's some updates. So I've taken out most of the gravels, but since I have quite a bit of aqua soil mixed with them, so I decided to leave some in there, and there's population of blackworms that I would like to keep in here. And a lot of these previous fish poop, they're actually very beneficial. And also, as you can see, I've been playing around with the aquascape a little bit. So these are the stones that I collected, and I have more over here. But so far, I'm pretty content with what I have over here right now. And I think that's the design I'm going to go with. My idea is to level out some of the slope over here, and then I'm going to pour river sand on top of everything. Because the river sand wasn't washed. So I'm going to wash that right now, and then I'm going to put that in. And last bit before I go, I've called out all the residents of the previous tank. So some heel shrimp loaches with a bunch of shrimps and one Nara snail. So that's everything I got. Well, the sand looks clean to me. So I've just washed all these Venus areas. I got the thin variety and the wide variety. And these are the only plants that I'm going to use in this tank. And I actually just noticed the ramhorn snail right here, so I'm going to take that guy out. Do not want another snail infestation. I'm fine with having snails in all my tanks, but it just, for the time being, I'd like to have this tank to be completely snail free. So with that said, let's start planting. Here's how the tank looks like now. As you can see, I've added water, and it's quite murky as of right now because the sand, even though I rinsed it over and over again, there's still some dust left in the sand. And also I added some of the old water from the previous design, which has loads of microscopic life that would help to cycle this new tank faster. So that's why it's murky. And if we leave it for a day, which I'm going to show you this tank again tomorrow, the water should be crystal clear. So I've made a few adjustments to the design. I've added more gravel back in. Of course, I rinsed it and made sure there's no snails or limpets on it. So now it's time to add the fish. Alright guys, this is actually day 3. On day 2, the water was still pretty cloudy, so I did an 80% water change. And as you can see, there have been a few changes. So most notably, I've added some dead branches and leaves which I boiled them beforehand before adding to this tank. But then I also have this new filter arrived, and it's generating such a strong flow, which I really like, and I really think it fits the overall concept of heel shrink tank, because it has that such strong flow. And my heel shrimp loaches, they're actually absolutely loving it. They're just swimming around, nibbling on some food, and so are my cherry shrimps and mono shrimps. I actually like how the leaves of Nesnera is flowing, with the current. Lastly, you can see here, I have a Godzilla figure. This is a 3D printed Godzilla figure that I recently came across on a trip to China. It was love at first sight, and when I saw it, I just wanted to incorporate it into a tank design. So I'll get to that later on, but as of right now, it's just standing on the light rest and it's overseeing the entire tank. And because Godzilla symbolizes balancing nature, right? So I really think it has a nice meaning to it together, having it being put along with this tank. So yeah, this is how this tank looks like now. I'm really enjoying it, and yeah, if you like this content so far, please give it a like and subscribe. It would help me a lot. Also, if you have any feedbacks, what you would like to see in the future, please let me know. And thank you for watching.